Hi, my name is Eric Hartwig, and today we're going to talk about creating a purpose in our day. There have been significant disruptions in our daily routine that we have little control over. And as a result, some of us have become anxious, a little bit disconnected, and sometimes a bit owly. Let me give you an example. I was walking through my living room the other day, and my wife was coming from the other direction, and I looked up and I said to her, "Oh, you again?" Sometimes we act and say things that are not in our best interest. Behavioral health is about balance. Feeling safe and being safe are not the same thing, but they are reinforced by creating a structure and a schedule with predictable routines and deliberate practice, focusing on 5 basic concepts. Number 1, work time. The opportunity to focus on learning new skills, something you haven't done before for your child or for you. Could be academic oriented. It could be something that's a skill or some job that you want to learn to be able to do better at. But it also includes what I call chores or work projects. There has to be some learning involved in some fashion. There has to be some meaning. We all need a job. We all need to feel good about what it is that we do. Secondly, playtime. What I call fun in the sun. Really the idea is that we have to use our imagination to be able to create opportunities that are meaningful and significant for each one of us, both independently and in groups. That means that we have to also reinforce and guide our children to be able to engage in things that they do by themselves. They need to be able to put together Legos. They need to be able to have a puzzle, or they may need to play a game by themselves, but also at the same time learn to play with others fairly and appropriately. We need to guide them and provide that opportunity. The third thing is what I call social engagement. We are disconnected in many ways, obviously, that we can't control, but that doesn't mean that we can't stay connected. You can send a letter, write a birthday card, or send a card to someone, or just call a friend, a relative, call your mother to change and share some thoughts and feelings with them in a meaningful way. Social engagement is important about staying connected. The fourth area that I think is important, what I call is emotional distancing with physical connection. I know it sounds a little bit complicated, but it's actually not. Have you ever seen where a family pet, wherever you go in the house, they follow you? If you sit down on the couch, they sit at your feet. If you walk into the garage, they follow you into the garage. Well, the same thing applies here. These are activities that are what I call encore or specials, painting or artistic type of things, drawing, listening to music or playing music, but doing it in the same room with the other people, but having an emotional distance and focusing on it independently, but actually having physical proximity to each other. I think that's an important part about connection that I think is critical, but also encourages independence. And the fifth is we have to exercise. We have to find a balance. There can be some things that you're doing that perhaps you shouldn't be doing. Maybe eating a little bit more, maybe enjoying that piece of candy when you wished you wouldn't have taken it, or the piece of cake. The point is balance comes from counteracting that with more exercise. Inside, outside, there's many types of activities that you can engage in that can help balance it. You shouldn't feel guilty about taking that extra piece of chocolate. When you consider these 5 different areas, I think by creating a schedule that's predictable, that has deliberate practice, and each one of them provides a meaningful opportunity for you to define some purpose in these days that we're going to be spending as we're sequestered. I think a structure can also help you lighten up just a little bit. There's an old adage that we've all heard many times, the early bird gets the worm. My view is this: the second mouse, however, gets the cheese. Take time to sit back just a little bit, create a schedule, define some purpose in your day, and make it a good day so that tomorrow can be a better one. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this is helpful to you. I appreciate the opportunity. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.